City of Santa Fe, March 4th, 2014, Counselor Candidates. Question 3. How are you going to increase revenue to support growth, city programs, employee salaries and benefits, needed labor that provides the services with looming economic shortfall, also unstable GRTs, and the upcoming revenue loss resulting from the state's budget, which eliminated the hold harmless subsidy? Rad Acton.
We need to work more aggressively to promote and expand on our economic strengths and work to fix our weaknesses. Our strengths are our historic downtown, our unique cultural events, our institutions of higher learning, like the Community College, St. John's College, and the University of Art and Design. Our art galleries and performing arts are also major strengths. We are also home to our state government, a major stable source of employment for our city. Our weaknesses include our troublesome drug and alcohol-related crime rates. We are also struggling with the state's lowest high school graduation rates. We are also facing the need for continued vigilance regarding the conservation and quality of our water supply from its four main sources. The responsible transfer of water rights must also be emphasized alongside responsible agricultural practices and needs. I also firmly believe that we must not sit idly by while the state proceeds with its very harmful drawback of its hold harmless subsidy. I believe that we must continue to work with state leadership to create new compensatory tax breaks and to compel them to re-examine areas of compromise and to redefine the agreement so that it actually achieves the intended and fair result. The withholding of the hold harmless subsidy is a huge misnomer because our community will be harmed.
Joe H. Ariano.
We need to look at the foundation that we have here in Santa Fe. Tourism is the biggest generator of revenue here in Santa Fe. So we need to continue to feed that, take care of that, and make sure that continues to work for us. We also need to look at getting those jobs that are coming into Santa Fe, where we are giving out-of-state contractors preference on their lower bids, and we are not able to keep our local people, our local contractors and business people, giving them more business and keeping the money here in Santa Fe. We need to look at these things and make sure that we make good, responsible financial decisions as a city government.
Mary Louise Bonney.
The hold harmless subsidy was created to avoid taxing food, medicine, and medical services. So we need to try and reverse that. The House Bill 641, because you don't want to tax food. That's in addition to trying to reverse that, we need to strengthen and support our local economy by promoting and maximizing our film and tourism industry, which we know work. We've already got them in place. So maximizing what we have, making the most of it, and our medical industry, which is another big employer in town, to increase our gross receipts and increase our revenue.
Jeff E. Green.
The state made a terrible decision this past legislative session when they gave corporations a huge tax cut, and they paid for that by taking money away from the cities and counties, including Santa Fe. We stand to lose tens of millions of dollars over the next generation. And so our choices are either to raise taxes or cut services. And my strong feeling is that we should not cut services. We also should not raise taxes on the middle class or on the working poor. What we should do is raise taxes on corporations like Walmart that are making massive money, and all that money goes out of state to their headquarters, in Arkansas. So the state gave them a tax cut. We should raise taxes on those corporations, and that, I think, could provide the revenue stream that we need to support our schools, support our city workforce, and our local economy. We should not raise taxes on the middle class or on the working poor.
Joseph M. Maestas.
Well, my plan for shoring up the finances and working on bringing in revenues to try and replace revenues that will soon be lost over the next 15 years because the state legislature repealed the hold harmless on gross receipts taxes for food and medicine. So the first order of business is to ensure that we have a balanced budget. Right now, the city has been subsisting and saving money based on existing vacancies of staff positions. This has heavily burdened certain departments. Those departments are, for example, recreation and streets. We need to make sure that the city tightens its belt and balances the budget. We had a $6 million general fund gap. We had another gap in the capital improvement plan. So as a former mayor and a former city councilor, I know what it means to balance a budget. That's one of the most important decisions a councilman or even a mayor can make in adopting a budget. So I pledge to shore up our finances and make sure that we do all we can before we even discuss raising taxes. Also, I will work and advocate with the council and with the mayor in working with the state legislature to fix this hold harmless mess. This hold harmless is unsustainable. The expected financial impact to the city of Santa Fe is excessive and can't be sustained. So I pledge to pursue and advocate for a legislative fix and totally correct the hold harmless. What we need to do is we need other sources of income, and we need to reduce our reliance on gross receipts taxes. If the economy is not doing well, revenues are not going to be very high. And I realize that that's the main subsistence and the dependence that cities have, but I will work to help diversify our income, work with the state legislature, and reform our tax policy. Thank you.
This is the end of question 3 for participating councillor candidates.